Alright, so welcome back to another Patreon request, and this one comes from Christopher Rosa, who asked me to do a hero-villain mashup between Superman, from of course DC, and Bastion from X-Men. So, as always, if you guys would like to have a Patreon request done, just hit the link below, head on over to my Patreon, hit the third tier. The word got away from me. Yeah, hit the third tier, and that'll allow you access to send me requests for videos to do here on YouTube. But other than that, hope you all enjoy this, and let's get started with the video. So, this video is basically going to be, like I said, for those who are new subscribers here on YouTube, for those who don't know what hero-villain mashup is, hero-villain mashup is basically where I take a hero from one comic and basically talk about what it would be like if this villain was in their rogues gallery. So yeah, like I said, it is Superman and Bastion. So the first thing we have to talk about is that Bastion isn't really unique for a Superman villain. And I know that's going to sound weird, even though yes, he does battle the X-Men. Superman has encountered basically two people, and sometimes they're rolled into one. So this is nothing new for Superman to encounter. He has the intellect of Lex Luthor and the tech of Brainiac. And trust me, Superman fights those two on a daily basis. And sometimes they are fused into one. So he's basically fighting two of his greatest enemies. The only difference is, in this scenario, is that Bastion is a total xenophobic, genocidal maniac. There's the big difference that defines past it being Luthor and Brainiac put into one. Superman has encountered his share of xenophobes and genocidal maniacs, and I think if Bastion was a enemy to Superman, I think it would be like, rather than, because there aren't really mutants in the DC universe, it would be that he is anti-alien. Like he is made to protect the human race from aliens, and will do so through any means necessary of upgrading humanity and making them resist the alien threat in any capacity. I think Superman would see just the absolute evil that Bastion can unleash. Just he would just unleash absolute chaos. And the other thing is that Bastion's really smart and quite savvy at turning the political game in his favor. Obviously, he had a lot of senators and world leaders at his disposal who helped him with Operation Zero Tolerance. So this is going to be a absolutely dangerous thing for Superman to encounter. Well, it has been stuff that Superman has encountered before, of who does he battle on a daily basis? A capitalist billionaire who has billions of dollars and world leaders in his pocket. But Bastion knows how to weaponize and make fanaticism a thing. He knows how to make how to turn and spark the flames against somebody. If Bastion can, obviously he wouldn't be able to get his hands on the Daily Planet, but he would definitely get his hands on other news networks and placate them against Superman and other aliens, or anyone trying to defend aliens. And furthermore, this guy could easily assimilate people in Clark's life, and they wouldn't even know it, and he would just have to flip a switch and just turn them into cybernetic beings. So Clark would have to, think on his feet in this scenario, because now the thing is, Superman has always been an ideal. So now he has to come up and battle a different ideal altogether. And Clark has always, fought for an ideal, but so has Bastion. Bastion is also, in his own right, a ideal in a dark, twisted, racist, fanatic way. So so at the core of it, you have this ideal of hope and change, battling this just embodiment of bigotry and xenophobia. And could Bastion hold his own in a fight with Superman? I think, because he does have Nimrod's technology in him, and he's he basically has control over machines. I think he could give Clark a run for his money. I do think he could hold his own against I think he can for a time, hold his own against Superman, but that's not the whole point of this, is that Superman, like, I think even Bastion knows, like, I could fight you, I could probably get some punches in, but killing you? Yeah, I couldn't do that. Like, there's no way. And then again, even if he had, like, access to kryptonite and whatnot, like, Bastion would know that fighting fighting Superman head on would be a fool's game. So he's gonna play, you know, I could just turn your own friends against you and make them into make them into cyborgs to attack you. I could have access to, you know, any U.S. senators or anyone who has an axe to grind against people they don't like or a color they don't like and turn them against you. I can do all of that just by saying it, like, just by asking. So therein lies the biggest threat to Bastion against Superman. So there, I think, is the more interesting aspect of all of this, is that Bastion in his own right is an ideal, and it's a dark, evil, twisted ideal of hope. That's the core of it, is that he is, like, in his own way, a twisted form of hope, but not a hope that no one wants. It's a hope that sane, rational people don't want. Whereas Superman is the actual hope. Bastion's false hope, Superman's the real hope, and it's these two ideals clashing. That's what I think is the most interesting about this. But you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you think it would be like if Bastion was a enemy for Superman? Just comment below, let me know. Once again, I'd like to thank Christopher Rosa for this Patreon request and continued patronage. And yeah, like I said, if you guys would like to have a Patreon request done, just hit the link below, head over to my Patreon, hit the 3rd tier, and go from there. But other than that, hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.